Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV, and we're here today to review Pep's press conference ahead of the Premier League game against Arsenal. That's tomorrow night, and with all the issues surrounding the coronavirus at the moment, who knows? We might be getting too many more matches that fans can go and watch. Sadly. There's obviously the issues in Italy at the moment, games being played behind closed doors. Issue in France. Hi, Faris, hope you're well. You got the issue in, I think the PSG Dortmund game has been played behind closed doors, simply because there's, I think in France now, you can't have crowds of more than 1,000 people, apparently. It's just going to get, sadly, it's going to get worse, I think. Before it gets better, and it's got to affect us here. I mean, there's nothing about trying to be scaremongering and anything else, but it's just going to get worse. Italy has obviously borne the brunt, and we've seen basically, I think it's the whole country now is in lockdown. Some countries have closed borders with others. Poland, I think they've done something as well yesterday or today. And so it's a big deal, and you can't pretend that nothing's happening, and it is a worry that in this country we're not doing it. I don't think we're doing enough. Yeah, it's a worry. So I've put my tickets on the exchange. I'm selling my tickets for tomorrow and for Saturday against Burnley. I'm not sure whether. I think for me, I'm tempted to feel possibly the way the governments are reacting and the sports bodies, that we might get the Real Madrid game at home in the Champions League, and that could be it for a while. But look, we don't know. We wait to see what the government and the experts tell us. And then I think we've just see what advice we are given from the health experts. But it's definitely a worrying time, and yeah, I mean, you want to go to football, but you've got to be fair as well, and you don't want people to be hurt or ill because of this coronavirus. Anyway, we'll get on to what Pep's been chit-chatting about in the press conference, and we will see what he's got to say. That's who's on board today. So it's just you and me, Faris. Just you and me. Well, it's what you. I'll give it a couple more minutes. Give it till 5 minutes, and then we kick off with this. Obviously, it's just gone 2 o'clock, so it's quite normal that you might not have too many people on board right now. In the UK, as I said, it's 2 o'clock, so it's middle, and people got to work, people got to study, people got to look after the kids, and all sorts of stuff. So, hey, Dunk. I'm done doing this for a minute. I thought, I've never had it that I've done a stream with absolutely zero people. I've had it where streams where I might have done one where nobody came on board within 2 or 3 minutes. So I packed it in and I came back later when I knew people were around. If you're going to pick time, if I pick doing times like this in the early afternoon, then obviously I expect not to get too many people. As I said, people have got to work, people have got to live, people have got to go to school or college. But I hope you guys are well. I've just been talking about that, the coronavirus thoughts. Look, if it needs to be done, it needs to be done. I'm not going to go tomorrow. My eldest lad isn't well. He's not got the coronavirus. Just got what looks like a mild cold, and he'll be right as rain in a few days. But I'm not going to go to the Arsenal game. Got to look after him. and possibly the Burnley game as well. Might have to miss that, which is a real bummer because we had a long stretch of away games, and then we've got now we've got 3 home games on the bounce. I could end up missing them all. Absolutely, Faris. We've had 3 deliveries, so don't worry. We've had that one full, delivery about 4 or 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, whenever it was. Huge delivery, and then we've had 2 other deliveries since, and it's just a lot of UHT milk and water. Oops, I think my yellow top is not great with this with the green screen. Just noticed. I might try and do a little bit of messing about on the fade, guys. Just give me a sec. I get that green screen fade a little bit better because I'm fading away. Let's just see if I can get that fade. Let's have a look. It's hard to tell what that looks like until I've let's get up. Ooh, that didn't work, did it, guys? Ooh, that didn't work. Let's let's get back. Let's get back. Let's go and try and get back to normal. Because actually, I didn't see what had happened. I faded it too much. Let's see. Let's see if that's going to work any better. Ooh, I'm shiny. Dunk hopefully null and void the season. Well, I don't want them to do that, Dunk. I think that's a step too far to null and void the whole season. I think what they should do, any cups that have been won already, whoever's won them, let them have them. So City have won Carabao Cup, let us have it. Competition has been completely finished and we won it. Everything else, cancel it, chuck it in the bin, and let's come back next season and start again. But that would cause a whole host of problems because you're going to have an issue where the teams in the Championship, they want to come up. They spent the money. Some of them spent a lot of money, and some of them probably can't afford to be in the Championship for another season. They need to get that promotion. Anyway, let's go on to Pep's press conference. Let's see what Pep has had to say in his press conference. Obviously, injuries. So Pep said, "Let me think. Laporte, Kevin training the last 2 days. I don't know if they will be able to play tomorrow. We'll have another session tomorrow, and the rest will be okay." Asked about Sane, he said he's getting better every week. I don't think Sane, by the signs of it, Sane's not going to be ready. Aggression, who's asked about that? Pep, you're a team with aggression, but in the final third, you have to think when the opponents are well organised. In 4 years together, the players know everything. I don't have to tell them anything. Not really told me much there. Asked about Arteta, Pep said, "I was convinced he would be a manager when the opportunity comes, and this was the opportunity for him. His ideas are already in the team. His positional play is getting better. I'm convinced Arsenal will get better." Obviously, we've been talking about the coronavirus, and they've asked Pep as well for his comments. And he said, "We are conscious because it happens already in Italy. The league is suspended, and in Spain, the game's behind closed doors. I think it's going to happen here. I think it's inevitable." That's my opinion. "We have to ask if it works to play football without spectators. If the people do not come to watch the games, there is no sense. I wouldn't like to play in the Champions League, Premier League Cups without people. We will follow the instructions." Asked again about Sane. He said he's training. He's not injured. We are going to decide, but he was ready weeks ago. I have many thoughts on whether he will play. All good thoughts. To be honest, Sane was ready about a month back. Back in, it was end of January, he was training on his own, I think. So, but Pep's just kept him under wraps. I don't know how much of that is you're going to be careful with the kid, and how much of that is, well, you're not that interested because he's not going to be here next season. Edison, asked about Edison because obviously Edison's made some mistakes recently, big mistakes. And Pep said he's an extraordinary keeper. You and me cannot make mistakes. The players can make mistakes. Really, don't know about that. Asked about coronavirus again. We are here for the people. 1 game, 2 games, maybe, but not longer. We do it for the people. I would not love to play without people in the stadium. If the UEFA say you have to play without spectators, then we are going to play without spectators. But the health is the most important thing. When I was a little boy in the school, I played with no people watching me, but never for coronavirus. Asked about Arteta again. How much contact have you had with him? Very often. He doesn't need my help. We talk about everything: family, friends, colleagues, how he's settling the team. How much did he help Sterling? You have to ask Raheem. He scored goals and he's going to score goals. Of course, Mikel helped him as much as possible, all the players. My assistant in Barcelona, Bayern, they are free to do what they feel for the team. We try to do our best for the benefit of the team. And that was it. So not really much, about Arsenal per se, more about Arteta and coronavirus. Right now, the Champions League game against Real Madrid is going to be with spectators. About 2,000 fans are coming from Spain. It'd be a real shame if it's behind closed doors, but you've got to go with whatever the health officials tell us. Sadly, the footballing authorities aren't making any decisions. They're not doing anything at all. They're leaving it. I don't know who they're leaving it up to. I think that they're just going to basically wait as long as possible, because it's about, at the end of the day, there's a lot of money involved. And sadly, that's what football has pretty much become. So because of the money involved, they're just waiting as long as they can before to either play games behind closed doors or cancel the rest of the season. I'm glad you agree with it, Dung. I don't know which part. Signing news doesn't fill you with confidence. Yeah, that's look. He's been training on his own, training with the lads. He's played, I think, 2 games with the EDS, so he's had a little bit of game time. He seems to be all right through that. He seems to be training it as well. I don't know what the reason is why he's not playing. As I said, is it simply that they'd want to wrap him in cotton wool, take it really, really slowly, or is it because there's no point? There's no point because he's not going to be here next season. Maybe there's no point. Right, guys, I think that was going to be a short stream this afternoon. And we will hopefully. Well, let's have a look. Faris says, "Do you think signing's taking longer than usual?" I don't know. That's the thing, Faris. I don't know. He was training on his own, and he's been training with the lads, and he's had a couple of warm-up games, which is a lot more than the pot. So we just don't know what the reason is behind it. I think we just have to wait and see what transpires. I got a feeling now. If he doesn't play against Arsenal, what chances has he got of being? Messages. What chance has he got of playing against Real Madrid if he doesn't play? Because his first game would be potentially Burnley. I don't think he's going to have enough to even be on the bench. But anyway, guys, I think that's it. That's the stream for this afternoon. I think busy tonight. I'm going to do. Apparently, I'm doing a podcast with some Arsenal lads tonight. So that's my thing for this evening. You might want to catch us. Just trying to see what I think it's called the Same Old Arsenal. So you can go and check on Twitter. It's Same Old AFC, Same Old Arsenal. So I'm on there with a couple of Arsenal fans. So that'll be with 3 Arsenal fans actually. So might be outnumbered, but I'll hopefully give as good as I get. And hopefully, guys, we will catch you tomorrow. I'm not going to do I'll do a pre-match live team news, I suspect, tomorrow, but I'm not going to go to the game. And I will not do a watch along. That's maybe next season, but right now it's not my thing. But guys, take it easy, have fun, have a good Tuesday afternoon, and we'll catch you tomorrow. See you around, Blues.